All right, what's up, everyone? Today is Monday, November the 26th, 2018, and we are here in our daily recap video. So we had 4 trades go off. I just sent out an email apologizing for missing the second XBI fill at the end of the day, but we did get out of XBI, and we're actually going to take a look at the chart and take a look and use this really as a case study here momentarily. But we got out of XBI, which is the Spiders Biotech Industry ETF. We got out of XLE, which I'm really excited we were able to get out of. And then we also opened our VIX position for the week expiration of January the 4th. Okay, so we got out of XBI. This first one down here, the 78 call, we got into that on 1029 for 895 in credit. Total profit of 226 on this particular trade. Then we got out of the second XBI, which we entered on 11/5, so November the 5th, just a 3-week hold for $8.35 worth of credit. We got out of that there, as you can see, for $6.22 worth of credit for a total credit, right? So you combine these two positions, and we received a total credit of $439. So $439 was our profit there. XLE, we had a total profit of right at $150. We got into that trade on 1029, got out of it today. We originally sold it for $5.51 worth of credit and bought it back today for $4.01. And a penny. Let's go into the chart. Okay, so here we are in XBI, which is, as you can see, the Spider Biotech ETF. Okay, so I went ahead and added 2 yellow lines that showcase our particular trades. So on this first day, we sold almost right down here at the bottom at 78. Okay, so we sold the 78 call and put here for a straddle just one, right? So the other thing too is we were so small in this particular trade, right? So we only sold one straddle position for each of these trades and still were able to make $439 before commissions. Okay, so we see here we initially sold right here, and then the security rallied all the way up to this particular day when we sold the 83, which is right here. Okay, so we sold the 83, and so you can see it already moved from 78 to 83, but then it moved all the way back down. So we're holding this position 78, 83, and then we move all the way down to basically 74. Okay, and so we saw crazy movement, but one of the things that we know about the markets is they tend to be cyclical, right? So we saw some move up, we saw some move down. We can set some general trends, and of course we can always draw some trend lines that we can usually play pretty successfully. However, here all we did was play general market cyclicality, and we were able to say, hey, we're going to be able to pull this off. Now, you'll notice here, so we closed at 79.89, and so we sold the 78, and so we're still $2 off from this, and then we sold the 83, and we're $3 off, right? So the beauty of this system is we weren't right or wrong on either of those trades. We just gave and traded what the market was giving us, and we were able to say, hey, yeah, let's try to trade general market cyclicality, and it worked. So we were able to make that work here. So it's actually a pretty good case study here of just playing kind of, and we've seen a 10% move almost. 10%. We saw crazy volatility. So from 86 to 73 on a $70 stock or an $80 stock, right? What is that? 86 to 73, 13. That's almost 20%, right? So we've seen almost 20% movement in this. So lots of volatility, right? But we were still able to make almost $400 on this particular trade, which I really like the system for that particular reason. Okay, so let's go to our Analyze tab and let's take a look at the VIX. Okay, so this is our total VIX position minus the stock that we're currently short in, which again is part of my trading strategy. It might not be part of yours, and that's totally okay. So let's get rid of all of these other VIX positions. And here we are in this position. So you can see here, we're currently trading for what is that, 37? Yeah, so we're basically trading for 37, and we go here, we sold the 46.5 call, but we have a break even of 47.62. Okay, so let's go ahead and change this to the fourth. We've got a 90% probability of profit. This is one of those trades where if the market continues to move against us, it's very, very possible that we'll get challenged on this particular trade. But again, I don't mind that because it's part of my long-term strategy here to utilize VIX as a long-term, albeit small, right? I keep the position size extremely small compared to the account that I'm trading, but to be short volatility in some form or fashion, all you got to do is go to the stock split history, look at the CAGR, look at all of these different things that'll say that being short volatility, if you do it right, there's so many people that are putting 60, 70, 80, 100% of their portfolios into volatility. And of course they're going to get burnt, right? Of course they're going to get burnt with that. But if you have 10%, or at least this is my theory, right? If I have 10% of my portfolio or 20% of my portfolio, I can take a apocalypse, volatility apocalypse like what happened this past February and still be able to very successfully, right, trade through that, and just to know that there are going to be times in which something like that happens, and I'm more than okay with that because it's part of my overall strategy, and I just adjust and kind of move with what the market's given us. And if I'm able to collect a couple $100 every week on these positions while keeping it, in these call positions, right? So, I took in $1 worth of credit on this particular one that's going to be expiring this week, this November 30th position at the 57 call, right? So I brought in $1 worth of credit, $100. That's 0.1% of the portfolio, right? So 0.1% of the portfolio, and I can totally manage that type of risk. So that's why I go ahead and continue to get into these particular positions. All right, so those were the 4 trades today. 2 closes in XBI, which gets us out of XBI, closing in XLE, and then adding a VIX position for January. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at Ryan, RYAN, at sellthatoption.com. Otherwise, as always, stay humble, stay hungry, and here's to our success. Awesome. So what you just saw was an example of a video that I send every single evening that I make an opening trade, a closing trade, or an adjusting trade to the members here at sellthatoption.com. I sincerely believe that when it comes to the stock market, right, there's so much misinformation out there that you have to have somebody, at least at the start, teaching you and guiding you and really getting you the behind the scenes information and really into the mindset of somebody that's figured it out and is successful. And so not only do I send a ton of educational content, I have these courses right here. I send the daily recap videos. I send the weekly strategy videos. I've got general knowledge base. I've got Udemy courses, right? But I want you to, when I'm able to talk about, right, the trades that I make and why I was making the trades that I was making, that is true education, right? That is education that it's not just me sending out what I'm doing and expecting you all to blindly follow that, right? That's literally the opposite of what I want to do, right? That's not what this is about. This is about true education. It's about truly teaching and saying, hey, this is what I was thinking. This is what I was seeing. And I sincerely believe that that's one of the most effective ways to really learn how to do this. Now, what I'd like for you to know is that first, visit my site. Go here to Stock Trading Services. If you'd like to join, right, use discount code YouTube, all lowercase, YouTube, and that's going to get you 50% off all of my services, okay? So, again, discount code YouTube for any of these potential stock trading services. So you're going to get my lifetime membership, 50% off, right? Yearly, quarterly, monthly, 50% off with the code YouTube. Follow me on social media via either on YouTube or in Twitter or on my Facebook or on my Instagram. Follow me on my social media platforms that you can see right up here in the corners. Okay, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I'll add Instagram on there. But again, discount code 50% off YouTube. All right. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at Ryan, RYAN, at sellthatoption.com. Again, 50% off code is YouTube, all lowercase. And if you have any questions at all, reach out to me. Otherwise, stay humble, stay hungry, and here's to our success.